My big journey through the Caucasus led me to the Georgian town of Tskhaltubo, a paradise for lovers of abandoned places. Here lie dozens of Stalin's sanatoriums, some of which are strikingly beautiful. And what's most surprising is that many of them are still inhabited. I set myself the goal of exploring all of them, capturing this unique atmosphere, and if possible chatting with the people who live there. On the first day, I explored 2 sanatoriums, visited Stalin's dacha, toured some of the residents' apartments, and found a great place to stay overnight in one of the abandoned sanatoriums. But the second day promises to be very eventful. I need to visit more than 10 sanatoriums. Where will the security kick me out from? Where will I have to climb over the fence? And what amazing encounter awaits me in one of the sanatoriums? You will find out right after breakfast. Alright folks, let's get going on exploring the abandoned sanatoriums. Today going to be a jam-packed day. Welcome to the Friendship Sanatorium. Looks like someone lives here. Yep. Homemade stove. Firewood. Maybe these plants are covering the roof. Check out this barrier. Probably to keep out unwanted guests. Some doors have fresh locks on them. Maybe they collect drinking water here. Since the only way to heat the place is with homemade stoves, it's obvious that people are stockpiling firewood for the winter. Looks like another building from the same sanatorium, and the road to it isn't pleasant. Laundry hanging to dry. It looks like people dump trash here. Magnificent building. Columns and all this beauty against the backdrop of palm trees. I can imagine how it looked when it was in good condition. The Central Union Sanatorium, also known as Medea, one of the most beautiful and famous sanatoriums in Tskhaltubo. Construction began in 1954 and ended in 1962. It was a place where employees of the Central Union, the organization that provided food for the USSR citizens, rested. This looks damn atmospheric. Even a whole bed is left. And the balcony railings. I guess they've all been stolen for metal. A calendar from 2010, so people were still living here that year. Look, some light-fingered fox tried to rip the pipe out of the wall, but couldn't. People patched the walls however they could, probably to insulate the place. And there are even some household items left. Like in many other places, people stripped the wallpaper, tried to improve the hotel room somehow. They could have taken the lid, it's good quality. Do you live here or guard the place? Yeah, we're living here for now. I thought nobody lived in this sanatorium anymore. Let's go inside and chat. As I suspected initially, some private investor bought out this sanatorium. There are only 2 families left here, and they plan to move out soon. Probably there will be reconstruction here eventually, so it can house tourists again. Although it's hard for me to imagine what investments are needed to fully restore it. I don't know about you, but moss-covered stairs and step mesmerize me, and the casket in the distance is just as captivating. 3 sanatoriums are located close to each other here: Tskhaltubo, railway worker, and Metalburg. We're off to explore each of them. First up is the Tskhaltubo sanatorium. It doesn't look as luxurious as the previous one. It resembles a typical Soviet-era sanatorium. I wonder if people still live here. Yep, they do. There are people on the balcony, and from their reaction I gather they're not keen on being filmed. So I'll just take a few atmospheric shots for you and move on. Met 2 Iranians. We're heading to the next sanatorium together.
Hi.
Tell me please again, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Mansur.
Sara.
Unexpected company, huh? Recently, there was a Japanese and a South Korean, and now Iranians. Cool. The road to the Metalburg sanatorium is pretty overgrown. People barricade the entrances to keep tourists from poking around. There used to be a piano. Some stage. As the guard said, about 15 families still live in the sanatorium. Some have already got apartments, while others are still waiting. The next 2 sanatoriums are Gelati and Geologist. Judging by the map, they should either be identical or very similar. And there definitely shouldn't be anyone there. But look, there are carpets hanging. Could it be people living here too? Smells like food. Maybe someone does live here after all. A dog decided to take a stroll with us. Dog, don't bark. I won't hurt you. Everything's fine. Yep, people live here. Look, there's clothes hanging. They still live even in such a mess. There was a balcony like this on the upper floors. Maybe there used to be tables here, and it was a cafe. Looks like it was a playground. Judging by the drawings, and I see a slide. Stop, there's a dog on the chain. I'll take some shots from afar. Look, slides in the distance. Some other attractions. Big guy, why did you upset the puppy, you scoundrel? Just bought the puppy and ran away, big jerk. Caused trouble and ran away. Why are you barking at me? The geologist's sanatorium looks quite sad from a distance. Here, people definitely don't live anymore. You can tell from afar that the building is in a depressing state. Although I've said this about several previous sanatoriums already. Here I feel like absolutely nobody lives anymore. The state is utterly ruined. Even the sanatorium where I stayed looks better. Just look at this. The stairs have collapsed. Obviously, there was some agitation for certain officials. They probably promised the residents new apartments as quickly as possible. Same old story, the system's the same everywhere. Someone decided he didn't need those jackets anymore. Is this board for the kitchen nobody's using? A guard came and kicked me out of the completely ruined building. Apparently, it's also been bought out by a private investor. And the new owner doesn't want anyone wandering around the building. Although I don't see any problem with that. There's nothing to steal here, just abandoned stuff and abandoned apartments. Next up is the Tbilisi Sanatorium. It's one of the first sanatoriums in Tskhaltubo. It was built in 1951, and its main feature was the rooftop observation deck. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see the Tbilisi Sanatorium because, as you can see, it's already undergoing active reconstruction. Apparently, someone bought up all the sanatoriums and is restoring them. This, my friends, is a classic example of how sooner or later, for one reason or another, some cool places, objects, underground locations become inaccessible. So don't put off till tomorrow what you can visit today. The sanatorium of the Ministry of Coal Industry of the USSR. A 500-seat auditorium. A cafeteria. Minor, the largest, the most beautiful and the most elite sanatorium in Tskhaltubo, practically became the symbol of the city. It was built in 1951-1953 for coal industry employees. This ministry was especially valued, which was reflected in both salaries and sanatoriums. They always had a slightly better deal than others. I found an interesting fact about this sanatorium. It turns out it was recorded as a failed project because its architect, instead of making it modest, cheap and convenient for people, allowed himself to deviate from a party line and made the sanatorium in a different, more luxurious style, committing so-called unjustified extravagance. And another interesting fact is that refugees were never housed in this sanatorium. In 2015, the sanatorium was bought out and fenced off, which complicates but does not cancel its visitation. The minor sanatorium, one of the biggest and most beautiful ones. I need to find the guard and negotiate with him, and if I can't find him, then I'll just climb over. So, how do I understand this? I'm looking for the guard to talk to him, but he's nowhere to be found. Forcing me to commit a crime and trespass on private property. In just chaos, I've circled around the entire sanatorium, but the guard is nowhere to be found. Alright, couldn't find the guard. I can climb over in the spot, but the problem is there's a road, lots of people walking, and plenty of cars. Locals surely know it's private property, and seeing some tourist climbing in, they might call the cops. 3 directions, 1, 2, and 3. Need to wait for a moment when there are no cars or people and quickly jump over the fence. My shoes done for. And there's the guard. I was looking for him, but he found me. Searched all over, didn't find him, and decided to climb over. I was inside. Just take a quick look, and then exit through the gate. This used to be the dining hall. Got it? And here's the restaurant after the war. That's called the Law of the Jungle at level 80. I circled the entire area outside. He was inside and I didn't find him. So I climbed over, tore my shoe, and at that moment, he showed up. The price is now $8. You could negotiate for $4 before, but it's been a year, inflation and all that. But I had to get here because it's the coolest sanatorium of them all. The biggest, the most beautiful, with cool architecture and finishing. I think you can see for yourself. The Soviet star is still intact. In the sanatorium, minor Kurchenbek Shekov from Kazakhstan and Viviana Karlovna from Estonia spent their vacation. Tskhaltubo became one of the popular resorts of the Soviet Union. In 2 days, it's nearly impossible to explore almost 20 sanatoriums, and there is no need to. During these days, I saw even more than I intended. Enjoyed the amazing atmosphere reminiscent of the game and series The Last of Us, talked to people and shot 2 cool episodes. On my way back to my lodging, I stopped by a couple more sanatoriums and, tired, made it back to my temporary apartment. Luckily, there were no guests and my things were untouched. I had dinner, spent the night, and in the morning I took a bus to the capital of Georgia, Tbilisi, to visit the huge bunker with 137 rooms. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll be glad if you subscribe to the channel and leave a few words in the comments. Until next time!